Well, g'day, Monika. Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, Peter. Nice to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Now, could you tell us a bit about who are the clients that you work with?
I work with a range of clients. Generally, they're home-based businesses. Some of them are really, very successful business owners. They earn in excess of millions of dollars in a year. And I also work with small business owners, people even who have offline businesses as well. Ideally, my ideal client is somebody who's visionary, who's dedicated to their goals. They know that they need a copywriter. I don't have to educate them on what a copywriter does or can do for them. So it makes life easier for me as well.
Yes, okay. Yeah, so if you've got people who already know what you do, they're coming to you because they want what you do.
That's right. Yeah. They already know what I do, or they're being referred by someone else. My whole business is referral based.
Yep.
I don't do advertising at all. Which is good.
Yeah.
So people either know me or they get referred by their friends, or a lot of them are repeat clients, of course, and they come to me, again and again based on their copy needs and what they need for their business.
Okay. Well, how are you actually helping these clients? Like specifically, what is it that you're doing for them? Like, is it like sort of web page copy, sales letters? Is it mail outs? What kind of work is it you mainly do?
Everything across the board. I have a team of writers who do the content side of the business, and I do the copy side of the business, which is the more persuasive writing, the writing that sells, the writing that needs to be massaged, and the words need to be really, you need to go into psychology, and you need to play with it, and, so it's right. There's a structure to it, and there's obviously a way to do it right and a way to do it wrong. And, my expertise lies in helping uncover their brilliance, in their business, and help them communicate the brilliance with the help of words. So their ideal clients then sees what they're offering them, and they're encouraged to connect with them and buy from them.
Okay, yeah. So it's kind of like with the words, communicate their value while reducing resistance, and just so that the message can actually be heard in the first place, so that they can understand, hey, that's for me.
Yes.
You're the person, whatever that happens to be.
It's all about connecting, using words to connect on an emotional level. So when they read the client's website or sales letter or landing page, whatever, they really get what the person is trying to communicate to them, and it hits them in the heart. It connects with them on a heart-based level, and also in the gut. They'll go like, woof, that's me, I need this. And so obviously they're more encouraged to buy, which helps my clients make more sales.
Okay. So,
it's an art. You need to study it. You don't just become a copywriter from today to tomorrow. You need to really get into it and study it. And
Well, how did you get involved in copywriting in the first place?
It's a long story, but to cut it short, I used to be a chef, and I was a chef for 22 years, and I'm Swiss born. That's where my accent is from. So I was born in Switzerland. I migrated to Australia in 97. I wanted to live here. This is my dream. And at the time, I was still cooking in a commercial kitchen, and I got more and more sick of it, and I hated the whole stress and everything, and I wanted something else. I wanted a business, but I didn't know what. And through failure in other business avenues, I discovered my love for writing, and I realized that I'm actually a very good writer, And so I started earning money blogging and writing articles. And I started as a low-level writer. I had to prove myself, being non-native English speaking especially. People tend to think that when you're not native, you can't write well, but I've proven them all wrong.
Yes.
And so I've built my business up from, doing the freelancing, the content writing stuff, to actually building my own team of writers, and now, studying copywriting with some of the best copywriters in Australia and also around the world. And now I'm considered one of the best copywriters in Australia as well.
Excellent. Give us some names. Who are some of the Australian copywriters you worked with?
Pete Godfrey, Brett Thompson, I've worked with the Grants. I'm working with Mal Emery in Perth, who's the millionaire maker. Yeah. I've studied under some people in America, and yeah, I have very high level clients, but I also have clients who are just, everyday people. When I say high level, it just means that they have very successful businesses, and they can obviously then afford me because I don't cheap work anymore,
Yeah, you've broken through that barrier.
Through that, and it's, you got to do it gradually. It's not something that you can do, instantly. You got to work towards it. And as I improved my skills as a writer, I was able to then give more value to my clients, which then gives them better results. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. Yeah,
well, the better you get, the more they sell, the more that you help people sell more, the more that you can then charge, because then you get better and better clients.
That's excellent. Right.
And now I want to ask you a little bit about then, since you've studied sort of under Australian guys and American, the differences with Australian copy and American copy, because American copy, from my view of a consumer, reading it and the big yellow highlighted text and hype and all that nonsense, right?
Yeah,
it irritates, as an Australian, a native-born Australian, or not native Australian, but born and bred Aussie, third, fourth generation Aussie. It's just icky.
Yeah, it is, and that's something that icks me, and it's something that's been changing. Like, the industry has changed in the last few years. I've seen the change in the last 3 years especially. And the reason I was able to see that is because I started off with mainly American clients. So I was involved in that high kind of, the hypey copy stuff, because that's how I learned initially. But then I realized that's not what I wanted to do. And I also saw there was a shift in the marketplace. People are getting sick of it, and they're sick of it, So I'm actually an intuitive copywriter, so I use my intuition a lot, and I can create a really sexy piece of copy with very little information from a client, And I feel that emotional aspect of working, it connects with the market. The hype is, it works on a certain level. It works in the make money industry because people are just greedy. They think they can be millionaires tomorrow, but it doesn't work in Australia as much, or it's not really popular as such. A lot of my clients, they don't do hype at all, and I don't do hype. So but I think the industry is changing, and the new breed of copywriters that are coming through with, people are getting more, they're getting more aware of their higher consciousness and the ability of their intellect, the brain, and how much is actually possible when your mindset is right. So you don't need to do the hype. You just have to be on purpose. You got to be on purpose with your business. And when you're on purpose, then everything falls into place.
It's because as an Australian, with the copywriting stuff, that kind of the stuff you were just talking about there, it's really more about communicating the value.
Yes,
to be a correct statement, more about communicating the value that you have to offer, so that someone can recognize it and go, "Oh, there it is. I was looking for that." And connect with it, as opposed to get off the lounge now, because this is going to end. Yeah. Which we all don't believe it's going to end, and it's only going to come out on the next offer.
That's right. That's the fear-mongering copy. Yeah. You have to, obviously, with any copy, like especially sales copy, you got to implement some sort of, the fear-based aspects of it, but you don't need to go and keep the copy negative. You actually focus on the positive, and when you focus on the positive, you get really great results, because people can actually see the potential they have when they read the copy. They can get into it, and it connects with them, and they can see themselves achieving that particular result. So my job as a copywriter is obviously to communicate that in the words, and using powerful words that then paint the picture for them.
Okay. Just quickly, what's your favourite? Because they're always in the call to action. There always has to be some kind of incentive to take action now, as opposed to later on when you've forgotten it and then you probably won't take action on what you've just read. So
Yep.
what's your favourite little, is it, I don't even know what it is, little device that you use to have people go, well, I better act now?
Well, what works really well is actually the limited availability.
Yeah, there's only 3 of these, so get in now.
and
There's only 20,
really
and there really is only 20 of them. So
Yes, and obviously it's got to be on a space. You can't say it's only 20. Like I cringe at the ebooks, ebook sales that says we only got 20 copies available. But it's not, that's just crap.
It's a digital book.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but people fall for that, and so I think that works. The limited availability or the limited time frame it's available. But I don't particularly have a favorite as such because every person is different.
Every offer is different.
It's different. Every market is different. So you can't really generalize, what works and what doesn't work. What works for one niche or market doesn't work for the other, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so what were you doing just before I interrupted you?
I actually had a TV station here, believe it or not, but not for me. I was taking my house out for friends. And they were here, it was Today Tonight, Channel 7, and they were recording and filming, and it's been really cool to see what they do behind the scenes. So we had a great morning and busy, and I'm knackered. So I'm so knackered.
So when you say behind the scenes, what do you mean? Just like their setup or?
Yeah, the setup. Yeah, how they do the lighting and how they record and interview people. Yeah, that was really cool. So
excellent.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it turns out when they actually air it on TV.
Yeah, well, send me a link or something, or if it ends up on the web, like show me it or tell me when it's on.
You see, hubby, he got a bit of a workout. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And just quickly now, I'm just looking at that thing behind you on the wall.
Yeah. That one?
Yeah, what is that?
This is actually my paragon. This is my ideal client.
Oh, okay. I knew it was something because I've seen it in other people's things. They have it's like their values or, it's something.
This is what my ideal client, the personality profile of my ideal client. I've actually, I've done one of these as well, and I've done that the other day, so I have it ready. So this is actually a program of mine, which I'm in the process of launching. I'm doing the pre-launch at the moment, and it's helping people to define their ideal client, and I'm calling this chart your Paragon, and Paragon stands for Model Client of Excellence. Mm-hmm. And the biggest problem I see with a lot of business owners is they're not clear on who their ideal client is. So when they market, their message is not right. It's not congruent with their values. It's not congruent with what the market wants. So that particular program will help them get clarity on their ideal client. And it's come about from a workshop of mine, which I've done. It's called the Bright Brain Lounge. And it was like a workshop I've done live that was one of the components. And my clients have achieved really great success with it. Philippa's achieved really good results with it. Another client of mine made like 349% ROI, return on investment, just on that. And she sold 49% of a room on a free offer from stage, upsold them into the offer. So, and it was because they got clarity on who they were marketing to, and then they went and implemented it, and now they're making a lot of money and thousands of dollars in profits, which otherwise they probably wouldn't have had, or it would have taken them longer to create,
Yeah.
And so I can't stress enough that if you're in business, you need to know who you're marketing to. And this is how it's all started, because that helped me get clear on my Paragon and my ideal client. And once I realized how powerful it was, then, I'm now able to help other business owners to get clarity on theirs as well.
That's excellent. Excellent. Thanks for sharing that. That was... I knew it was something. I've seen stuff like that before.
I'm
excellent.
Very creative. I've got stuff everywhere on my walls. Yeah. Everywhere. So yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so if people want to find out about how to get you to take care of their copy, where do you send them?
There you go to monikamundell.com. MONIKAMUNDELL .com.
Yeah.
So you'll have to spell my name.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go, guys. I said Monika Mundell. If you want to get in touch with her, get your copy done. Yeah, you know where to go. So thanks a lot. You've been a great guest.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah, didn't know what to expect, and it was great to have a copywriter come on.
No worries. Thank you so much.
Well, g'day, Kitty. Welcome to the show. It's been awesome seeing your work out there and all the great stuff you do. So it's great to finally have you on here. Could you tell us about the clients that you're working with, please?
Okay, Pete, thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be on your show. Now, I have two types of clients or target audience that I work with. The first is small to medium-sized business owners, where we basically provide them with a website solution. And I'm actually an internet franchising entrepreneur where I provide various products and services online, but I own a web development company where we have different types of professionals that help businesses go online. So we leverage different types of social media and internet service for them. So that is my very first type of client that I work with. So what I typically do is to have referrals from people that are very happy with our existing service, and we would then provide them with either a website audit or get them online through finding out what they need. And second type, which is more my thing, which is called I run a personal development program called Transform and Grow Rich. Now, it's basically a part of the tagline that I use for my brand, based on Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. I'm sure all of you heard of it.
Yeah.
For me, transformation is one of my core values. So just one morning, this sort of light came to me and said, Kitty, you've got to be doing things to transform people. So then, to me, wealth is also important in terms of helping others. So transform and grow rich. Now, I'm very passionate about this and have already started up a fan page and a community around that. And my goal is really to facilitate people to create wealth from the inside out. And I had the privilege of meeting with Richard Branson when he came to Melbourne last year.
I've seen the photo.
Yeah, amazing. I was in the audience sitting, which is the premium and green room with him. And, just a very short time that I was able to spend with him, I really understood the key concept, which is one of the secret, I would say, of wealthy people. And that is wealth has to be built from the inside out. And anyway, long story short, from there, I sort of developed this whole program or personal development training where I find out from my clients, their passion, their belief, their values, their gifts, their dreams, their talents, their desires, anything that is part of what's, inside of them. And so they can transform their old patterns into new beginnings. I come from a psychology background where I studied psychology. And so learning from all of that, including this new things about how the mindset works, help people to balance, the inner and outer aspect of being, having, and doing. You know what I mean, Pete?
Absolutely.
Yep. But then we go about, doing things, through the motions of doing, which I am good at that because I'm always active. But I'm always reminded that I need to know who I am, the being side of things. And then having will become a reality. That's the kind of thing. So I work with clients who hunger for deep levels of fulfillment in different areas of their lives, and people that wants to be transformed and grow rich in 5 different areas that I work with: spiritual life, relationship, personal development, health, and finance. So in a nutshell, that's sort of what I do.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And how are you doing that? Are you doing this events, coaching, one-on-one, Skype chats? How do you actually facilitate those situations?
Sure. Well, I've developed this 6-week training series called Transform and Grow Rich Formula that I teach people in a group setting. I've done quite a number of workshops, mainly with women to start off with, and I want to branch out to men as well. And so to teach them how to, really live a richer and more fulfilling life. And so within the workshops that I've done in Melbourne, I've had quite a lot of interest interstate and now even globally as well, that I've decided to actually make it into a membership site online. So that way, through forum, through social media, webinar, and different things online, through the internet, because I've also got this internet business that I've got, professionals that can help me set this all up.
Yeah.
That people not only just in a workshop, just in Melbourne where I am, can, take advantage of this, but to do that, on a internet-based platform. But now I do quite a lot of Skype chat one-on-one with clients that want to learn more about these things. So yeah, I've done quite a few of that.
Excellent. So you're leveraging all these great tools, Skype, video,
yes.
webinar, all this awesome stuff. So what were you doing just before I interrupted you for this call? Doing something. I don't know. It's a day in the life of. What was Kitty doing?
Yeah. Or doing something. Well, I'm actually part of a global marketing coaching group called Futuristic Marketing, which is a group that I've sort of been working with for a long time with so many different people from all around the world. So next Wednesday, I've just shared with you that I will be flying to the US. I'm very excited to attend this conference called Unstoppable Millionaire or Unstoppable Entrepreneur 2 in San Diego, which is going to be next weekend. I'm going to be, doing a lot of videos. So would love for you guys to take a look when, I put them up. But basically, I was chatting with my mastermind group, which is on a Facebook group. We chat with each other very regularly because we strategize how we can join venture, because within the mastermind group, we have subject matter experts in different areas, and we want to work together to make a product that will make a difference in the world. So we were chatting a little bit so that before we meet together in San Diego next weekend, we have all the strategies in place, and we've already planned. We're going to be doing different interviews like you're doing, Pete, with the high flyers like Jonathan Budd, Mark Hoverson. They are the big guys out there in the internet marketing field. So so that's what I was doing, just chatting a little bit, strategizing. But also I am facilitating the 7-day kindness challenge through my fan page, and I've been sort of interacting with my fans through that page and to discuss, today is day 2, yesterday was day 1, where I encourage everyone to be kind to themselves, because I know that many of us, when we are doing business, it's very easy for us to get discouraged when challenges come. And so we encourage them to look at their core values. And so through my fan page, I've got, the community of people sharing with one another. So I was sort of doing a bit of multitasking and chat with them as well, and planning a little bit about today, which is, kindness to animals. So so that was what I did before I started chatting with you on Skype.
Excellent. Hey, so if people want to get in touch with you, have you got a website that they can go to, a web address that you can share with us?
Yeah, sure. Well, my fan page on Facebook is Kitty Cheng Transform and Grow Rich, and I've got my own website, which is just my name, kittycheng.com.
Okay, so could you spell that just to make sure people get that right?
Sure. It's kittycheng.com is my website, and the Facebook fan page is Kitty Cheng, KITTYCHENG dash transform, TRANSFORM, and grow rich.
Excellent. Well, you can't miss that, guys. So, drop over there, check out Kitty's stuff. Well, you've been a great guest, and I just want to comment on your hat. I love your hat.
I was just saying to Peter, I really love your hat, and so I thought I'd, wear a hat to match you, So I really love hats myself, and so I'm a hat collector. So I put it on for you, Pete.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that. That's tops. All right, Kitty, you make it a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.
You too. Take care, Pete. Bye.
See ya.